Today on the channel, we're unboxing the Droids Target exclusive Boba Fett.
The spirit of the warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Star Wars Black Series unboxing and review. And today we've got the Target exclusive Droids Boba Fett here at the table. But remember, for all your Star Wars needs and a whole lot more, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. So the Droids Boba Fett figure is here. I want to say this was pre-ordered well over a year ago, 15 months possibly at this point. Just crazy with distribution in the COVID age and things like that. Amazing how long this one took to get to us. I will say I did get this through the mail via Target. That's how I got it, but it is showing up at some Target stores right now. So if you're in the mood for this, you might want to be on the lookout for it. Of course, there is 3 3/4 versions from this Droids line, but I'm all out on that kind of stuff. In this inflation age, some things had to give, and my 3 3/4 collection had to go out the window. That's the pain of being a collector and collecting a lot of things in an inflation period, I guess we'll say. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there with the old Boba Fett droid. But very cool packaging here. Very similar packaging to the comic book figures, the fan channel exclusive figures. This is a little bit of an outlier, being a Target exclusive, part of the Droids line. And if any of you guys remember the Droids action figures of the early 80s and the cartoon, short-lived cartoon series, young Kyle was not into that. Young Kyle was eating up everything Star Wars with a fork and a spoon, but the Droids line of toys, not so much, and the Droids cartoon, not so much either. Didn't do anything for me then. Doesn't do a whole lot for me now, but Boba Fett is pretty cool. We all love Boba Fett, especially if you're a kid of the 80s. We were all in. So another version, say what you want to say what you will about it, but Hasbro, you know how they are. They're going to get the most out of their molds. That's what they're doing right here. But let's look at the packaging, which is very cool. You got the Droids packaging, throwback style. Part of the 50th anniversary of Lucasfilms, of course. Very like late 70s, early 80s font, everything on here with the Droids. And everybody loves a good R2-D2 and C-3PO. And unless you don't, then you don't. But everybody else does. You know what I mean. There's the old Droids on the side, kind of VHS style almost there. Little animation Boba Fett right there. And then the back of the package, of course, you get that Lucasfilms timeline, warnings, all that kind of stuff, UPCs down on the bottom, and a little bit of artwork there as well. You got 3PO, you got Boba Fett. I don't know who that big guy is. I can't remember his name, and I don't think I could ever pull it out of my hat if I wanted to at this point. But an interesting turn in the Star Wars universe, giving the Droids their own comic series. And then much like NECA, much like some of the other figures, we got the old Velcro here, and you can see Boba Fett in package. And we get a little blurb. We all want a little blurb, and we got that right there. Let's see what it says about Boba Fett here. The adventures of R2-D2 and C-3PO. Oh, and what adventures they had. With his customized Mandalorian armor, deadly weaponry, and silent demeanor, Boba Fett was one of the most feared bounty hunters in the galaxy. Well, that's true. I guess that's true. There's no lies detected right there. I did open it up on the back, slide it in. We're off to the races just like that. Very cool packaging. I can see a lot of people keeping this in the box on the card because of this. Very cool. But I'm opening it. That's what we do. We do it here for science, as you guys know. See you later. Goodbye, packaging. Oh, we got little warnings. Spider-Man style. See you later. Goodbye. And how about a little plastic prison? What's old Boba Fett up to? Very cool colors here. Very Droids inspired, obviously. Kind of those muted tones. Just definitely different than other Boba Fetts we've gotten over the years. And I grabbed the first Boba Fett I could find in my collection, and we'll compare that here later on in this very video. Looks like no twist ties, anything like that. We're just going to pull everything out. Got to be careful with this cape. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. We're off to the races, and we're going to start it off with some accessories first and see what's going on here. We do get his jetpack, his famed jetpack. We've seen this in the past. We'll see it again, I'm sure. Nothing is removable off of this. It is just all kind of one piece. But you get the blasters on the bottom here. There's no turning of the blasters. No, there's a little bit of turn there. Always nervous I'm going to break those off. There's a little turn there. The missile is not removable here. You got the dull colors, the tan and the kind of baby blue, I guess it's baby blue. That makes sense. It is the peg G.I. Joe style in the back. So, like I said, we've seen this before. We'll see it again. It is what it is, but it's all day. It's Boba Fett, of course. Then you get his blaster weapons, and they are very muted down. There is no color on these. They look like something out of like a plastic printer, you know, just like somebody printed these at their house almost. Just bare bones. But they do get the job done. You got his blaster here in all gray, and then you got his big gun, his standard one that most people think of when they think of Boba Fett and weapons. You got this, once again. Sculpting is really nice, just no color at all. Very cool, though. So we get weapons there. Now we get down to old Boba Fett. We're going to see what all the fuss is about here. And this is an interesting one. Of course, like I keep saying, the muted colors here, that baby blue, the tans, the browns, the little darker blues. Just very interesting across the board. His little eye thing there does not pull down on this one. He does got a nice dent right there in his helmet. Nice black in the visor. Of course, the Mandalorian outfit, the Mandalorian armor going on. It is your paint by numbers Boba Fett, though. We've seen this before. But very interesting. He does got a very muted cape. Very good material. I mean, it's almost like a paper. It's almost like a sandpaper material is what this feels like. Very interesting down here on the bottom part. And then it's a little bit more silky-like up top, but it is connected into him. It is not removable. Articulation-wise, arms go all the way around. Single-jointed elbows, hands back and forth, side to side. Get that fun stuff. Get the waist articulation. You can hear it. You can hear that right there. Of course, the head up and down pretty good. Side to side, very tight side to side, but better up and down on this one, actually. You do get the double-jointed knees. Yes, double-jointed knees. Foot articulation, back and forth, side to side, good pivot there. And of course the thigh cut, and then you can do the old Boba Fett splits if he needs to dodge some missiles, dodge some stuff, whatever he may need to do. He does have a holster on the side there. You can put his blaster pistol there. He does got his little pouches in the front. They are not removable. You can't store anything in there. Just a decent look at Boba Fett. It's definitely one of those things. We've had so many Boba Fetts over the years. Empire, Return of the Jedi, of course this Droids one, the Prototype Edition. There's been just many different ones. The Deluxe version, of course, Archive Editions. Then you got all the 3 3/4 ones. Then you turn into the Mandalorian universe, which is, you know, loosely enough related, I would say. We've had tons and tons of Boba Fett and Mandalorian figures, and it really is all the rage these days. It really does seem like with old Boba Fett. Does got his guards here with his missile. Nice there, color in silver against that baby blue. Those colors do pop together. They do go together fairly well. Backpack slides in the back, of course, very tight like it should be. Fits perfectly on there. I'm going to see, does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? I always say use discount code Kyle, save 10%. Get your old ringside stands. They always fit these guys pretty well. And bam, we are off to the races. He does fit on the ringside collectible stand. If you need a stand for your Star Wars figures, they work for most of them that are out there. I did grab another Boba Fett figure here, very similar, but as we always say, different, of course. I love it's very similar, just the paint job. It's amazing what paint does and changes a character, makes it look so different when it's really not all that different at all. Very interesting how paint does that, and that's just one of the magics of painting science, we'll call it. But there it is. There's a little comparison between two Boba Fett figures. So an interesting one here at the table today from the Star Wars Black Series. Of course, a Target exclusive. Like I said, if you're looking for this, head to Target. Try to find him over there. I don't think this is going to set anybody's world on fire anytime soon, so I think you'll be able to pick this one up with relative ease. But you guys know what happens once it goes off the pegs. It's a little harder to find. It'll start climbing in value as things like this usually do. But should be hitting Target stores right now if you're on the lookout. Or if you pre-ordered, should be through the door any day now as well. So let me know your thoughts down below on the Droid series. Droids do anything for you? Like I said, nothing for me. Maybe they did for you. Sound off in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on this Boba Fett. You picking it up? You passing? You thinking about it? Let me know on that as well. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We're unboxing everything under the sun over here. As you guys know by now, we got all kinds of stuff to unbox. And we're doing it on the daily. And we're doing even more on the Patreon. Link in the description below where you can get early access to videos like this. Exclusive videos. Bonus content, exclusive content, monthly giveaways, a lot going on the Patreon, and best of all, you do support the channel and videos like this. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget about social media. SirPaul64 is where you can find me on Twitter, and Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson is where you can find me over on the old Instagram. So for Boba Fett and droids everywhere, I am Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.